Boy, man, no, they fucked this up. One, two, three, four, six niggas broke the fucking sack record. 41, 40, 27, 26, 26, and 24. That's a fucking shame.
I'm gonna start leaving the game modes when I see all niggas organized camping. When you can literally run around the map and you don't hear a fucking thing, nigga. I left that shit. Started off 0 and 3. Oh, I'm out of there.
Boy, them niggas got one building locked down.
Yeah, this nigga, he shot a nigga and then immediately I didn't hear nothing. I just heard his gun, but I didn't hear nothing. He fucking strafing around, fucking skulking around the fucking boys over there in the building, just moving from corner to corner. I'm like, fuck out of here. Wow, bruh.
Man, what the fuck is this?
Just
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Bronco Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
I think niggas
This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Shake Shaw.
180. Stop your whining.
On first down, Stafford here. They'll run the screen with Carson.
This nigga 10 and 20. He only killing me.
They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big.
Kind of disappointing.
Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Who the fuck is this nigga? Apparently no fucking body. This nigga is complete trash. He's just killing me.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst. Makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
Look, there you go again.
Continues. There'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's sitting there like in a corner.
On first down, but this throw
there's nothing I can do about it, bro.
Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week
in practice,
getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At
let that man destroy your soul
open up
like
the
that.
defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. We sit there beating these niggas the whole game. Then all of a sudden we lose all 3.
Stafford. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I guess that camping paid off. Nigga got a veto out there now.
Ooh.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To a first down as he runs into
we still can't cap 1 point.
The line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
Damn, y'all getting beat like that?
And this is away. It's a high kick.
Nah, we went at 186 and 180. We were just winning by 50 points.
Oh.
And
we can't get 1 fucking
long.
point.
That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, so now you telling me it's over.
We about to win. They about to win.
Yeah, it's over.
They did all that camping the whole game. Didn't give a fuck. Was camping in this odd building the whole game,
bro. The Broncos going to come up 1st and 10
never mind.
at their own 20-yard line.
I just realized.
On first down, Lock. And Sutton pulls it in over the middle.
And see, that's some Call of Duty and never fucking got there.
A good pickup there.
Feel the fucking teams back. Many times I get thrown into a game that's already started.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Because our team was just hanging there and beat the whole game, so we were just winning. While they was over there camping in the field.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back.
That we was actually winning the whole fucking game.
Well, he's got some breathing room. The 40, past the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 58 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw it is Lock. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, they'll run right now. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Lock going to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Go.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Exit. 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
That bitch coming for me.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
I'll be staring at that bitch, nigga, like, okay.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he stopped immediately there. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a first down screen pass, good for 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it left side to Johnson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
First down, Detroit.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space. Touchdown, Detroit! T.J. Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
58, read. You must be dreaming.
On second down, here's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
At the 8-yard line.
180. Shoot. Some got man.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and goal, Stafford eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
I think they need to come out with
a chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
They'll run it
Man, they probably ain't got that shit done. I'll tell you what happened. When niggas started saying they weren't going to play unless they had blackout, that's when they announced that shit was going to be coming in later.
As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I mean, I just feel like it'd be great.
Prater for the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Yeah, so we're saying we won't be able to get that shit right around Christmas time.
This one tied at 14
say we won't get it to
now
right
as he
around
sends
Christmas
this
time.
one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park. And I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Sometimes I feel like it takes you forever to kill a nigga, and sometimes I feel like...
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Yeah. A 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's the thing. Like, it's not consistent. Like, I don't know how you can't get extra fucking on or help. Some of these niggas be taking a fucking beating.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's the worst.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Finds Jake Butt over the middle.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Locke gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Locke now on first down. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. 25 yards that time. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Locke now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Locke now to throw. Going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You get a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. The kick by McManus is good.
Look at it,
so a late 3 there, that'll help as they head into the break.
We thought the running block and die by his little fucking...
Something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Teammate,
trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, D. Get on the field.
And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you've got the power. We know you've got the speed. Now, how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you. Here's Locke to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play action. Now it's Locke. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Locke Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the... And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jake Butt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Play action. Stafford. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready? Go, 20! Here we go!
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And James has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set.
I mean, you can hold on. It ain't going to come out right away.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Derek Wolfe make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing to Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
First down, Detroit.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
I missed this Stafford. I'm fucking trash. I'm trash.
His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, it was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On second down, it's Johnson. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To throw is Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get them
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. This is caught. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Hunt on second down. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Broncos on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Yo, faster. Fight.
It's a jet sweep. Sanders. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14.
Well, you have. That nigga proud. He was
after the touchdown,
successful.
here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Oh, watch your back.
Bro, I'm 13 and fucking 14 and 5. I'm fucking these niggas up. Oh, he coming back. That nigga a hole.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Stafford. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready? Hands over. Come on, boy. You better go.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
On the double. 50, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the run, watch the run. Shoot.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured they go down to a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, we got 4.
Oh, nigga, this trigger shit.
Lock, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game.
You can put a trigger, you're going to get a